isn't it? So this animal, camel, has some specialities which make it survive in the hot deserts. So what makes a camel survive in hot deserts, or what makes a camel suitable to live in hot deserts? First of all, its legs, okay, the paw region is flat. It's a flat, and that is good because when they keep the leg on the sand, it won't sink. If it is pointed, what happens? It is pointed. Now, when they keep this leg in the sand, it digs deep into the sand, isn't it? Now again, when they have to keep the next step, you have to pull it out and keep it again, isn't it? Now the camel, it's very easy because it's flat, it's kept on the sand, it won't sink anywhere, and it can easily walk. Okay? So the hoof part of the camel's leg is actually flat, which makes it easy to walk on the sand. Right? Second thing, camel can travel without food and water for many days. It can live without food and water for many days. So when you look at a camel, usually it has a structure like this on the back, isn't it? Huh? Okay. So this is actually what people believe is where the camel stores its water. Once when it drinks water, it can drink continuously for some time and keep the water inside of the body itself, and it can continue. It can live almost a week without food and water, without any trouble. Right? So the flat and padded feet of a camel makes it easy for the camel to walk, run and all in the sand. Then it can live without food and water for many days. It can carry luggages also. It can carry luggage. It can walk and live without food and water for days. So these make a camel a special animal in the forest region, and it is known as the ship of the desert. So what is a camel known as? Camels are known as the ship of the desert because it makes life easier in the desert. Okay. So what people usually do is people use a camel for a lot of purposes. For traveling, they ride on the camel. For taking luggage, they use camels. For ploughing the land, here we use bullocks, isn't it? Yeah, there are no bullocks there. They have camels, so they will use camels for that. Okay. Then sometimes we can see group of camels. Group of camels means only one camel that is in the front. They will be going in a line as if they are falling in a queue. Okay. So first one will have a man on top of it, either riding it or walking along with that. All the other camels will be connected one after another, just like the train we have. Engine is there, all the bogies are attached to it one after the other. The same way. Okay. Most often, 10 or 15 camels can be seen together one after another walking on the sandy deserts. And the first one, the first camel alone will have a person along with that. Okay. So these groups of camels which go in this systematic line is called a caravan. So what is a caravan? Yeah, caravan is nothing else but a group of camels going in a single line. Okay. So life in the desert is very hard, very tough. It's made easier by the help of this animal called a camel. Camel is an animal which has got some specialities which make it easy for them to live, survive in the hot conditions of deserts. First of all, it has a padded foot which helps it easy for them to walk or run or do whatever on the sandy desert regions. Second, camels can live without food and water for weeks, so that it's again a convenience because once when they get into the desert region, they may not get even food and water. They can get them only when they reach an oasis, isn't it? Yes. So, camels are known as a ship of the desert. Camels are used for many purposes, including pulling the carts, ploughing, carrying loads, luggage. Then tourism is another major region where camels are extensively used nowadays. Then we can often see groups of camels going in a line through the deserts, and they are known as a caravan. Fine. We have already seen that there is a river that flows through the Thar desert. That is a river Luni. What is the name of this river? Luni. And Luni is a seasonal river. What do you mean by a seasonal river? Yeah, seasonal river means a river which will have water only during the rainy season. During the summer season, what will happen is the river will go dry. Already it's very hot in the desert regions, and if that region has a river, even during the rainy season, it's a great thing, isn't it? So, see, the Aravalli ranges are the eastern border of Thar desert, and this is actually originating somewhere near there. Okay, so during the rainy season, Luni river will have some water, but during the summer season, it will dry off, and that too, it is flowing through the Kutch region, the Rann of Kutch, not through the middle of yes. Earlier, we believed that there was a river. There was a river that was flowing through the Thar desert region. Now it is not there. So now the government is actually trying to improve the conditions. Improve the conditions means what? Yeah, basically, first of all, we have to make it a place where people can live. If people want to live somewhere, first and foremost thing that they need is water. If there is a water facilities available, people will try to get settled over there, and if water facilities are not available, then people will try to move away from there, because water is such an essential thing. So now the government is trying to establish some water links so that people will like to live in those areas. And in that attempt, Indira Gandhi Canal was established.